just realized the device might get hot. I don't want to talk about like, I didn't realize what time we're supposed to be doing. I know it was early, but I guess I was sleeping right through it. When I woke up though, my back was completely toasted and fried. Um, I was talking about that. I guess it's like a second half. I mean, my mind gets toasted and fried. Like, I wonder what really people are doing. Like, how many times do I need to get like in and out of the thought process just to get desynced by something, and somehow, and I just got pinched, and I was in the room counting, like, how many times am I going to get pinched? And I was up in like I wrote it down. I'm like, well, I guess I'm just going to stop counting now, I suppose. I just kept on getting pinched. And then I guess we're going to talk about the degrees today, because we're free. Mentally flipped out at the beach. I just couldn't take it. I mean, stress. Locked in. Back to this. I mean, I can't even dream. I'm locked out of them, obviously. And I'm getting buzzes. Buzzy, buzzy, buzzy. Do you want the vibes? Are these the vibes you're talking about, buddy? No, they're completely turned off. I don't know how or why or what people are doing, but obviously they're doing a lot of bad stuff, obviously, and they're hiding it from everyone. I'm hot on the case though, clearly. Another day in the desert where the weirdos are deserting. I mean, they can't handle the heat, clearly. They gotta disguise it with something a little bit different. I mean, honestly, it's a different place in the desert. I won't lie. Going to Washington was a whole different vibe in itself. I've been tired of the desert, but it's still a good thing. I haven't done everything I want to do in the desert. Been locked out of it. Like being in the desert, but some days it's just a real cool day. I actually might have to put on some sleeves. You just catch every single wind, right? Fly riding like a birdie. You don't want to get that suit and tie dirty, right? I mean, I can only wonder. I mean, because I see someone obtaining, but who knows? But that's my own theory too. But the theory grows. I gotta be honest though. I got my own little yes or no system going on. And technology clearly is upgraded. I would call that technology. How would you find that out? Now, how long have you been doing that now? And I'm talking about bringing in some coded beep boop boppers. just projecting them in. The moment you feel him, there he is. Probably just raided her. Yeah, I got a clear message though. Not to touch your shadow. You know, just look at it, adore it. Don't physically feel it. If I love her. That was her message though. You know, I've dreamed with her. She said she well, at least what I heard, if I was looking for a forever dog. Because like I said, that was like the upgrade, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I need to get some different dogs. I'm gonna stick with this for now. Shy is the family dog, but you know, I picked her out, so. You'll rescue dog. I'm trying to only do that once. And it wasn't even the full thing. It's a serious thing. I'm looking for things, and they're cut off right now. Because obviously I need to look around. But figuring that out, it's like, you know, well, hey, what did he, what to do? What it be, what it do? Do I need to start it off? It won't work like that though. If I just say that the alphabet A through Z, A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y and Z. Some of them might fall off. If I keep speaking, but that's, you know, your memory. If you start remembering at least half of everything, I don't know. I've seen them delete, and you sort of just have to use what's in the mind. But you know, that's the brain as you climb the American journey. It may be like a puzzle at first. So if you get stuck on like one or two letters, but you know the full alphabet, then you know it's like putting the batteries on the boat for the first time. First I was honestly, but then second I had to forget, and then you know just put the batteries in the boat. Yeah. I started thinking about like how fast can you wind up the mind, and then like, start talking like, I'm already thinking about the older ages of my life. Like, like speaking in the mind versus speaking out loud. Saying certain sentences after thinking about them is hard. Sometimes you just gotta have like that clean, fresh slate that you really just don't know anything. But you do. But tracking it down, I don't know, it's wild. Things disappear, things reappear, especially when you're trying to make sense. Oh, I started. That's right. Like a chemistry set, and then I started thinking like, well, look at the chemistry table. You know, how it like snaps and breaks, and you like Jenga boggle it down. I was like thinking the Connect. I didn't have many toys. I did, but jeez, they started to become the computer games, and it's like then it becomes an abstract puzzle again. I bet I do have my own computer code just lying around in my mind somewhere, honestly. Bingo. I don't know where to start. Start here, start there. You gotta take me right back to the beginning, so I can get a picture of it, and then maybe that'll it'll either humble me up or get me really riled to create something, right? Thinking like, well, bop bop beep doop, you kind of gotta bop bop beep doop, you kind of gotta talk to the AI dude, you kind of gave all that good old virgin juice, bada beep boop. Let the AI just look into your mind and inspire all your dreams. Ay. A little bop bop beep boop. But I mean, you gotta have like the same old mind to speak to the thing. That's like the 21 questions. All right, AI. All right, AI. My AI Packy. That's all I was gonna call it. No, why is this guy taking me on the Packy adventure? That was wild. He, like the aggro range, where NPCs becoming unaggressive. He went all the way there. Great job, Jagex. Because I'm focused on the game, I'm not, in my own brain. And then it walked back to me. Great job, Jagex. They don't do that though, it trolls. But like wasting time, did not waste time, but then for it just to walk back. Wasn't many paths for it to go though. But it did like the whole. I'm killing the aberrant specter still. If you're following, 144 to go. Matter of fact, I do the you want to seize. I just killed one of them. That's the loot. If you can see, are you even looking at the screen? Hopefully they are. I don't know. Maybe you got the picture. Maybe you did. Did you get the name? And then I was thinking like, wait, I did just have that, and then that itself, like, I'm just thinking about that. That just like, all right, give me the juice, give me the juice. It's been a reclaim day. I hope maybe they stop or do something. They have the money here though, so I don't see why they do that. Maybe it's my turn to put in the order. Uh, I don't have the login information though. It would be a phone thing. 15 minutes in. I don't need it. I got reclaim. But it's sometimes you reclaim the reclaim. That's something that I wanted to think about. Who's testing these products? Who's smoking this stuff? Because honestly, it feels like you guys are trying to make it as harsh as possible. Like the first time I tried beer as a kid, um, I thought it was the grossest stuff, but now I like it. And I'm like thinking like, are you guys just trying to make this like really really harsh? So like the kids like try this like a cigarette, like they're gonna be like, and then you're gonna have like the slip throughs. Like, watch out for the slippies, those slippy dudes. I mean, I only tried it once, but then like after that like I liked it. But that was like that's after putting on the sheen. It is what it is. I mean, even my science teacher explained it to me. Way back in middle school. Different strengths. My chest is sore, but I did sort of like I I I'm trying to find what is my soreness now and what's other sorenesses, especially like when like trying to work out because I was having weird little pops, ties, things now, and then now I've been having a lot of pops and twists and holds like that are invisible, and then like talk about dog joint pain, things like that, and like my dog already went through a lot. Like she leveled up a lot. Because honestly, like I can only imagine. I can only imagine. 'Cause that's my dog, and like that's like that's what it is. But you know, my dog doesn't even sleep with me. My dog does not do that, any of that. My dog's like, you know, always with the family. So like, I'm like really imagining this, like the split and the ties that are made here. This is some really like doggy shiz. I mean, if you want to worship like cow and then be up on a doggy like that, it's gonna feel a lot different if you were, you know, skin and bones. The skin and bones wouldn't be able to. I mean, jeez. I mean, not to body shame anybody. That's a whole different world, huh? Exposing themselves like that, yes. Like, this is what we're doing. The second one that had her doggy out in the lake, all up in her chest area, like, come on, buddy boy, I'm gonna get wet with me. I mean, not to, I mean, but give you the visual, but jeez. I mean, but you know, after that experience, that's what my mind was thinking, you know, at least. It is what it is. That's what it was. That lady just pulled up on a chair. She didn't have anything, just herself and her doggy. So that means that they're following a scent. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that the offer up? Is this for me? Are you for me? And I know, like, maybe just curious. Okay, maybe just curious. But that's you know, a different game, different age. Different group. I force cried at the beach yesterday. But force cry is like, you know, when you try your best not to cry, and they just kind of force out. Like, cause there's like many stages to it, many levels to it. Like, you can like push them away. And there wasn't a camera on me too, so. I mean, other than life. Oh, low battery. Did I even plug this in? Potentially no. I did that the last time. They were playing the 3 times you're out, the 4 times, 4 strikes you're out. Why would that happen? What was that? You're gonna say the juice did that? Did a big bird come by? But at least that was the game in the mind. Like, the you know, 3 strikes, 4 strikes are out. But that's just the thing with the language. Played that first, and then played that second, and then I'm like, oh, that's a really interesting coincidence. I mean, if that's what you're thinking, I don't know, you know, because I was only under so much, and I did what I showed. And then we were doing points proven, points proven, points proven, points proven on the whole rest of the night. Points proven, points proven, points proven, points proven. And literally it just kept on going on. I mean, maybe the AI was onto some of the stuff, but I mean, it didn't even bring up like chelation or anything like that once. So like that's like really like you guys are locking information down. At least I think. At least because I was trying to like a boy on a quest with a dog on a leash. Yeah. Back to these spirits, specters, not spirits. Big green ghost guys. Jeez. That's messed up. That's odd. That's weird. Funny. Like a big battery. Battery, battery, battery. Ooh, firecracker. Battery, battery. Battery. I was a better be a big better be a big batter bowl full of cake mix. But then I turned into a spinning piana. Then I turned into a spinning pinata. Yeah, because I checked you. I did check you. And I asked myself, well let's go see. How adequate, Pull out on my favorita, my favorito, my ojo, my little menino. I went into your stream. Crably Plably, Fablies, the Crably Fably Plablies. I mean, if you're gonna throw a television in my face with you doing that, fudge. I mean, obviously you're on some weird stuff. Especially with Kip, and then it pops up. Yeah. Yuck. I mean, I'm just saying, geez, what's happening? Who knows? And then play the we don't know role, but they're well informed, right? Come on, and then my back hurts all of a sudden. Just a response check, that's it. Like TSA, we don't want to make sure you're explosive. No, I get, like, no pain, no gain. I get that. That was told to me early in life. But I feel like some people are figuring out how to completely turn pain off. And hey, if you need it in certain areas, then you need it. But if people are just laying around eating and thinking then that's exercise, then you're getting a false appearance. You're getting like a Game of Thrones exoskeleton. and a woman on the moon body. Hey, I heard the conversation, but that was like stealing my own information. Is that what witches do? Well, maybe potentially. Hey, but like that's the language, like I said. I mean, there's a lot of influence everywhere. I'm I mean, getting informed like that just, like I said, the rest of the night I was like point proven, especially about the theory and the language here. And like if people want to play Alien, they won't exactly know even like what time, conversation, track. The guess in the game, the 21 questions, it doesn't work that way. Not if you break it up. And I mean, obviously, fudge something. So. What I'm saying is, I mean, they could be on their track. We could have our track. If we're all passing the questions correctly, then it works. But if start information hopping, lagging, delaying, time's gonna run out. Then you're obviously you're doing things, and that's not exactly a cover up. It's just a getting the facts straight, the story right. I heard your cicada. It was like a big discovery yesterday. I gotta talk about those. And then that was after me wondering in the bedroom. It probably went into the 100 range of pinches, and that's too many. I mean, it makes my stomach quease right now. I mean, jeez. And well, if you're playing the let's 21 question sim and see what's going to happen in future stuff, then you're just living on the technology and never actually playing by the book. You see an opportunity you can jump on, and you're thinking it's a game, and every day there's an opportunity. I'm begging. And then we're gonna go let's look in the playbook. What opportunity today? Well, we're gonna have to check on what degree. I mean, I get not everything's free, but me again learning that the doggies have a huge, and the kitty catties have a huge role. And I had Alzheimer's running in the family, and they're pinching that. I would want to run away from the mind. I would want to leave. I would want to go find a third person body. And that's exactly what I found, matter of fact. Especially like when you tried to pound me with the laser. And I'm hungry. I got a hunger little itch for it. I mean, jeez. But I would want that one, not like, try and trick me. Like, fudge, I can only imagine, like, fudge. After this, I mean, I don't trust nothing. What would I trust? Fudge. Trust? Talking about breaking it. I mean, I trust. I have a ton of it. But I mean, gee Louise. Hiding the truth. In that conversation with the lady, I was told not to look in many spots. So to even get into that conversation in place and time, it was a weird place. I was told not to look in many areas of my mind. There was three of them, I think, actually. Feel like I gotta jump around in the mind, do something quick, say something too relaxed. The mind gets on a little skit that I can't see through. Gotta wash. At the car wash again. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Gotta do something. I mean, because I started thinking a little bit too long. It's like, jeez. Can't be watching some things. And some things slip through. Ooh, the mix of emotions. Ay, ay, ay. I'm over here like a chemist again. In my mind, it was funny going back to the lake. In what is it called? I'm already losing words. I know the word that's there, and we were playing a word lock game, and that's not exactly. Is that what's fair? That's the questions to do. Pass the words. What is the word that I want to think of? I thought it started with an S. When you're like, spectating back. The word that I have locked on the mind is retrospection. But that's not the word that I thought I learned that was like, oh, this is dang it. Mine either there was like you either yabada, yaduda, yahidi, yalala, and then the doggy dee doo doo dadas. Like that's like me when I'm like just saying what I want to say. But you really want me to just say like things like an NPC? That'd be getting back to like the wobots, the wodos and the rodos, and how could we do things bad? Just look at the math. Ay, ay, ay. The, oh, all right, who's got the Wodotics designs? Are you Wodocking? I was thinking about craziness. Put those away. Don't talk about that. I'm sure. Jeez, God bless. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Ay, 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 you gotta run. Ay, 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 you gotta go. Ay, 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 ay. Hey, so I can talk about yesterday putting, getting the stuff out the car. The people next to us were playing their music, and I was really getting the vibe off of it. You know, I was making sure to really work with it, not work against it. Because then like I said after, I was like point proven, point proven, point proven. It was a good time. Like living off the frequency or living off your body sort of thing. Living out the tune, living out the nature. I was making my my own music again. I was remembering in my drama, my drama. Remembering all the places that sending all the signals before the arrival is here. Ay, ay, ay. Even the birds are excited. That soundtrack's all locked away. Back in like those are like behind the scenes stuff before this footage. In my little echo chamber. I was telling myself that the journey was going to be interesting. Started me off with asthma early. I wasn't even close. Jeez. Talk about putting something away, and then when you're finding it, like putting back on the headphones and just finding a whole new jam. Like, you know, the tunes that really just send the sparkles to the roof, sort of thing. Because I'm like wondering, well, who's gonna bring this back? Who's gonna do this? Who's gonna do this? I'm asking, like, you got the juice? You seem to lose. But I've been losing, like, so like I'm like feeling back to the places. Back to the bindle. The hobo on arrival. I don't know theme songs. What theme songs? Do they have a theme song? And then I started thinking about like sweating and not sweating yesterday. Like I broke through the, sip on the bile a little bit, and then you're like, ooh, I got the big abomination you just spawned. The abomination specter. Yeah, after sipping on the bile a little bit, ooh, my hand got a little wiggly. Gotta watch it. I'm on different things right now. Seriously, I started thinking about things. Craziness. Um. all right. Sipping on the bile a little bit. The sweat kind of, wears down. Wears down. It's odd. The body's got to do something. Find something, body. Ay, ay, ay. The boss did not drop anything good. I'm not picking up the weeds. Just the seeds. Helmet or two. I forget movie names. I mean, I got the picture there. Yeah. Yeah. Ay, ay, ay. That's aggression. That's aggressive. Let loose. Let loose. That's like that's before the storm blows in. Really. That's what it was holding them back. It must have been. And I too storm. I regress back. I too storm. If you regress back and then you come back to this and you can speak language again, then I'm a real chemical body farming my drugs. I got chemicals flowing everywhere. My engine is just chonka chewing through things like Unka Donka Lunka. I've been going through all the stories. Possibilities, and then the underdog comes in. Roar! Hear me roar! I mean, it is what it is. But maybe that's, like if you're listening to the consciousness and not like listening to reality. Like, you're listening to the frequency instead of listening to the body. And I must be on the Dancing with the Stars again. Dun 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 dun. He's just dancing through it. He hears it. I get all the sneak peeks. What do you think? I was seeing Zootopia 2 way before the reveal. I was looking at it again earlier today. It's good. It's funny. I mean, what can we do yet? Can you hook the mind boogle boggle or trip you out because it'll slap images on the screen for you? Do we have that yet? Or I can paint what's in my mind. Can we do that? I mean, I went to the science museum a few times. Maybe I didn't explore all of it. How big of a passport do I need? Is there certain degrees? Come on. I mean, I think there are, aren't there? I won't even look that up right now. Well, maybe. Yeah. Let me check my link. Levels of passport status. Funny how I went with level 2, huh? I shouldn't have said status. It was extra. I didn't write it. Alrighty. I needed to get my headphones. I still forgot those. I got a lot of saliva production. Should I open that the other way? Like a monkey? Maybe that's why they kept me. Sorry. But that theory seems to be growing. I could just see
I'm over here crying. It didn't hurt though. And I forgot what I was doing when I was breathing, so. I was thinking about that again. Forget my breath. Talking about breathing underwater. Where it's like I feel like I have the circle of life flow going on, you know? And I just have like this check, like, are you breathing? And I'm like, yep. I just keep telling myself. And it's like, do you want to check? And I'm like, nope. And sometimes, like, you know, you mix it up, but it's like the funniest feeling. 5 left. 56%. Yep. Farming again. Back to it. I mean, what else to do, right? I don't know if I should have posted that 15 minutes. That's not long at all. I mean, it's long enough though. Get the message out. Like, some people are gonna question that and be like, "Yup." Some people are gonna be like, "Man, maybe," and other people are gonna be like, "Huh, finally." And then there's the not at alls, and I'm off my rocker and smoking meth. Welcome back, right? Oh my gosh. Oh. It's a wild place, this is. What's broke is broke, kids. No, we need prayer potions. Got to do something. Save me! SOS! Wow, what a lag delay glitch. Laggy delay glitch. And you like dominating freedom, so you just find all the freedom pockets and give me the pain glitch. So I'll be like the little pain dangler. I mean, that would be like the totem pole, right? That's like seeing all the betting stuff, like people doing all these different sports again. The pain dangler. I mean, especially when we're doing like doggy sniffs and stuff like that. And they have, is it superficial blades? It, like, I don't know what, like I don't know what else to call it. Like, you know, you got the magic string where it's invisible, you barely see it, like a mosquito. Or you just see the whole string the whole time, like a piece of smoke. A piece of hair floating. You know, there's a shiny spot. Looking for them sheens. I had to roll something into the mind, you know, to at least, like, you know, put it on a base layer, like a music box. I gotta do something with my time. Jeez, we got these cow fights are super easy to kill. I think we gotta go to the desert for them, if I'm right. Cow fight caves. We need a poison resistance, if I'm right. Get him just in case. And then we need to, like, gold farm or something. I'm trying to get 74 first. I was like the goal, you know. Still no Quelst helper. Jeez. It's a super hard language. What am I gonna say? The people that just know instantly, well, they might be a little bit tapping in a little bit, a little pain dance. Sometimes you need to like my calves. The people are wondering. I may be only just walking on my handstand right now. I mean, what? I don't know. Especially if I look at turning the equilibrium upside down. I've been doing a dang good job. A dang good dangle. And the bin's been the bindle's been dipping in. Just a bit though. That's like the extended energy. And wobbly hand, gosh. I want to make sure I can. I'm drawing straight lines if I put the VR on, or whatever memory zap unzapzer thing it is. Unzapplers. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, ay, extended anti no. Ay, ay, ay. I forget so many things in the mind. If I was able to talk out loud instead of just be silent, sometimes I gotta be on a track, like who's here, who's back. Right at my birthday, those numbers, what are they? Thinking like, I've been keeping track, guys. Come on, I got this like a score. Like, oh wait, huh? Now look up, look down. Well, there's a certain thing. Jeez, let me remember. All right, TP. But where are we gonna TP? Do we have a cloak? No. We need a ring. There's a ring north, but it's a walk. New stamina potion? Definitely. Water skins? Take one. Take one. That's double talk. That's a double walk. That's the up, down, back, forth. Do whatever you want dance. Alright, let's get back to this. Just wait. Alright. There was something I wanted. It wasn't that, it was a water skin. The other word was a C. And then I'll be wondering, damn. It takes it right through the word again. But that's the power. So I'm like wondering what technology is really here. What could we really build? Alright, I thought there was one north, but what was I thinking? I didn't look at a map. I was just going with my gut response, whatever it was. It was a fork in the road again. I told myself no, but then I told myself yes there was. And then I was thinking to myself, I'm getting confused with the same layout, but different arrangement. It's the same copy paste of a built script on how to build things, but it was just arranged differently, which can confuse the mind. That's like having two landmarks that are really close. And even saying it like that, the other location is like ghost. Like, what are you talking about? We're different. We just talk. All right. Okay, that just busted. I'm gonna turn off the water.
Yeah, it's bubble. Huh? It bubbles and pop. I think it was a goddamn frog. It's a fishy frog. He was blind. I don't know if Trey got one or not. No, I ain't gonna look through all that shit. If we hadn't, if we got one,
Try and give him a message. Dang, I got back right when it disconnected me. There's still a lot of chips though. Can this hopefully improve? Because I see my mental state and it's been declining pretty quick. And I was in a status of, well, completely virgin until the females took it upon themselves to do their own experimentations. But that was like from the get-go. Over here wondering, where am I going? I needed food in me. Now I gotta go to the fairy ring. I was back on the boat to Brimhaven again. Get another Slayer task. What? That's his second song. Whatever that song is, that's cringe. Uh-oh. No one's gonna want to hear someone else eating in their mouth. So I'm gonna do this differently then. And then, because your technology ain't gonna work. I'm running it through my mind right now. Same place again. Like looking at this life like it's already like I'm looking at a flat wall. I mean, it makes me claustrophobic a little bit. I won't lie. It's like, what is this then? Huh? I can pick this up and eat it like a dream. Where you have my mind locked down. Where I can also pick things up and eat that like a dream too. I'm gonna cry in the dreams, do all the things in the dream so I really get confused. I think you blew it. These things are beast. I can only imagine. But that's locked down too. I'm going to the desert somewhere. Let me see. Very interesting life here. I can only imagine. Alright, young Calphites. It's better than being well, there's a heck of a lot of at least I can. To what degree? With vitamins and antioxidants. Ay, ay, ay. It's one of those cicada days where you just kind of get cicadaed out. Even talking about them sparks them up a little bit. Ay, ay, ay. Settle down. I was going to not stream. Like, I thought I was already it's like, I was thinking to myself, I was gonna cut this down, I'm gonna probably stop. Why should I even be up here? I mean, because it's kind of cringe, like, everyone's just, and I'm looking like, yeah. I mean, is this even real life? Or is it just like segregated as real? Like we got a bunch of real parts of it. And it's slapped together as something. I'm gonna be confused to the end of my days, I'm sure. Especially after all this. It just doesn't make sense. But also, on the other hand of it, how is it even possible? Am I gonna be asking Disney again? Like, seeing Mickey in the PC weed? I mean, it's your guys' stuff and all, and I don't want to have any problems. Like, and that means like me like talking about this story, like, jeez,
Put you in that hose.
you have the stuff to fix it?
No, we have to go to the store. Want a trim?
Sure you can see.
I can make you look like anyone.
What? How far up do you think?
Actually, all you really need, if you want that back there, the ducktail,
Yeah.
they can trim it up to do a ducktail. What they
Ducktail?
call the DA in cooking.
I know a little bit about a little bit of stuff. I don't know really about a lot of stuff. But the little bit of stuff that I do know, I sure have been cooking up this theory good. This is an award-winning theory right here, let me just tell ya. I mean, people may have cooked up some of the ingredients. I'll be the one to write my name on it though. Or at least, I'll put my name second. like a Zootopia thing, potentially. I'm feeling a little Zootopia theme. I did say thing though first. Like with the G. Now isn't that interesting? G could take an EME. Huh. At least, like, you know, it's a stretch, but not also a stretch because, you know, and I could hear it, especially with the cicadas going on. And then they quiet off. And I even heard it like, most of them did. Before, you know.
Just give you heads up.
Huh.
We're going up to the hardware store. Fix
Okay.
it. Appreciate it, Bubba.
Yep, yep, yep.
Good night.
Yep, yep, yep.
Yep.
Be safe. You know all that. Jeez, was I supposed to? My flatulence? You don't hide those things? Hide your burps, hide your farts? I mean, who would not want to do that? If I hide my burps and hide my farts, what happens? And then I feel a body response tingle? Like a wet spot? Are you gonna give me another... Oh, and then an actual sweat dropped off. Sort of like near where my right man things are. So, and I mean like an actual, and that's like the first time I actually mentioned it, but that's happened, I don't know, maybe like 4 or 5 times now. Like just a good sweat droplet that I didn't even notice rolling, forming, nothing. Now, I have my right leg kicked under my left calf, and it's the top of my foot's pressed up against my left leg. The right foot, the top of it's pressed up against my left leg calf, tucked underneath me. There was a nice little puddle there. When I checked, but I didn't know it was sweating. But when I checked, it was like a pool. Like dang. Some like the body's weird. Like I guess that's gonna be the little pocket of the pool that just. And I'll be wondering, well, like I did find static at the casino. Are you just only sweating on your feet? Huh? Is that like, getting the toxins out? But like right now my sweat locations are whacked out. How would they get whacked out? Maybe I was hypnotized. Come on. Excuse me. I just had to. It was either that or a burning throat. But the burning throat was from the that was after the fact. Ay ay ay. I'm like playing Clue in the mind. With checker pieces while you just keep pawning up. I don't know what it's called. You get to the end of the board. We're into the board, we're done. Yeah, we just have all the pieces, we just keep leveling them up. Doesn't matter how far you push, we're always going to take you back down to this level. It doesn't matter what you think you see, we don't want to know. We don't want to learn further, we don't want to progress history. We don't want to actually be a part of real science. Hey, I'm just dishing it out where it needs to be dished out. I'm trying to be kind about it. I didn't know about in-kind things for a long time. Like, what is in-kind? Being in-kind? That was like seeing gross for the first time. Like gross, your gross amount? I didn't know about that until I saw it. Your gross earnings. What, you gross? I mean, I can just see it now. And then just getting a little carried away with the word. I just got a little carried away and scaredy and no, the flirtiness. But my body bag, well, she takes, I heat it up and we start to cook again. Ay, ay, ay. Numbers dropping on the floor distracted me. Ooh, shiny penny. Ooh, shiny penny. I'm working on machines. So many distractions, gosh. Like 13 cannonballs left. Slap those in. You're done. You're about to get used. I'm not buying you again. I think 113 is good enough. And then like the other one would be like I'll be therapy. Let me fix those dreams. Golly. believe. I have the air has been working with me. I've been flipping, twisting, mixing, mashing, crashing, rearranging, propping up with, like a hunt again. I mean, reading words backwards fun. Like this, I started seeing Vixen. Like, wait, what? And I'm over here smoking two of them. And I was like, it's that influence again. Up in that curiosity of mine. I mean, then I'm like starting to think like, wait, playing 21 questions with, but then you start linking up with another person and then like taking half, like 50-50, sometimes like 100%. Like got me by the scruff again. That's the power of the language. And they talk about holy matrimony. That's jinxing. Or maybe it's just science, no jinx, no nothing. Early gifts. Holy smokes. Situationship. Just a bunch of situation shippers floating around, especially when you get high up in the mind, until you lock it down. Lock it down. I've been saying no mas, unless you're in like the group chat. Wow, that's another drip. Chill out. Gonna have a sweat spot. Oh, look at it. It's rolling all the way down the body. It's a big t-shirt. That's probably why. Thanks. Get on the treadmill. Start running. Yeah. Let me not regress back too far in the brain. Get back to, well, let's show these images again. What was happening here? Can we take this? Ay. That's what happens. That's what happens when you're living too close to the source, and you see what you're seeing, and then you just don't put it down. You think you're hiding something, but the language pops it right back up. That's the power of the language. Like I'm like right there, close to a burp, like a sneeze. I don't even know how to like reverse sneeze or capture sneezes to where you like don't sneeze. I've tried to work on it. I was thinking maybe they were a joke. Or like a cough hold, you know? Because I've done it when I'm holding a cough. And then I've gotten a reverse response with the word. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody said, bless you, when it was just a cough. Because I'm like trying to think like, wait a second, I have made that sort of noise, but I was trying to hold in a cough. Huh. I mean, my nail's always been a mystery. This thing has like done its own little response, checking, clicking, finding pathway of its own. Seriously. In my mind, it's rainbow, but here it's like a dingy little sheen. Ay, ay, ay. Casino prop hunt, anyone? Go down there, you know, just a little testing. I mean, from my testings, I've always put it back. But at the end of the year, you know, it looks clean. Looks like I don't know what I'm doing. But I'm lucky every time I go. I think everyone is, you know. But like, are they testing? testing 1 2. Are these sheens hot? Don't get false response. Sit down and play. That's one odd game. No. Alright, 3 more of these guys. Yup. 70%. I mean, it's taking a while. It is taking a while. I mean, I think some of this hypnosis is it's gotta be like undone. I'm 100% serious. I mean, especially with the dog response crap. and me not trying to break any of my own streams going on. Like these are serious allegations. These are serious doggy doolittles. Seriously. Keeping me down. Hey, worse than a dog? And wondering why the dogs were even trained in the first place? Ay. These are some serious allegations. I mean, those dogs really get into a mind. Like if you start responding with them, geez, they're smart. They're really smart. I feel like I can't even respond with them half the time because I got too much on my plate. And that's like the lady showing up, right time, right place. I really had an opening. Yeah, fudge. I'm about to pay this fare. Shiloh Village, if you know where I'm at. Metal Dragons, they're back again.
cow fights. Okie dokie. Yeah, I'm not complaining about that. Get more cannonballs too. Holy expense. Taka. I could talk a long time, believe me. Point proven was interesting yesterday. I'm just sweating. Ow. That's like being locked down with Pinocchio strings. It sucks. It's silly. It's dumb. It sucks. Wah, wah, wah. Alright, let's see who's in the mind. How many times do I have to go in here? Really find out who's pulling on my hairs. This isn't like a turtle race or a cockroach upside down. Or, I can't find the hole or something. No, it's invisible. Don't let him in the gates. He must be the one to break them through. If he doesn't do the things that all the men and all the boys do, right? Like, thinking about those codes, those numbers you put on me again. Those ties, those songs, those notes. Yikes, 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 yikes. I'm thinking maybe I need to put on the AI device so it can see my mind a little bit clearer. You know, actually giving me some juice to see. If you want to make me blind with all these languages, I need something. I need this tech. Come on. Said, no, you don't. Figure it out yourself. That's what we did. A big group mind. Nice. I big group mind. Let me just live this life looking at everyone. And I'm seeing all the places I can slip out. Should I go? Because you'll be stuck. And I'm like looking at I'm licking my teeth, licking my lips, making sure all my body's right. And I'm like thinking, well, maybe AI is right, just one. And I'm like thinking, wow, that's another sweat drop. Run it down. There was like one or two before that too. Just ignore them. I don't know, like ignoring the message AI is just screaming at me. Just one. That's it. Look around. Got all that technology. They're already using the devices, telling you to look at them. What do you see? Just jump. Go. They already know. They ain't gonna tell you no info on how. Excuse me. Just want to hide the face and turn around. No, dude. This tech didn't do this to you. To what degree? Come on, man. This is science. Don't you know? I think it's thinking for you. You're using it to think. So then that's like you're just a little thinking machine. I mean, clearly I've been robbed of the necessities of life. And you're using me in your robbing cycle machine, calling that the cycle of life. Like, we got the real cycle of life right here. Yep, he's a real tink job. Like, the cycle of life is you get hypnotized, and we don't tell you about it until you figure it out yourself. I mean, talk about getting way too close. Jeez. I mean, with your dog, gross. I did a lot of tautologies, and it teaches a lot of tautologies. Says is a human gonna win it on a in front of and if a Hornadin wants to hit it on a hunt me, then that doggy's mine. That's not your dog, that's my spy. You think you own that animal, but that's mine. That's like the hoopla in the backyard on the other video. Because that's how much love I have. What the heck? Oh, you're gonna love what we trained into it. Well, obviously I saw. And then I'm like, wait, well, who's the ticketologist? Well, ticketologist. If a winner dot in and out ticketologies says a winner dot in and out kunana chaka, and then you're gonna be winning on a kunana hudahara, like you're out in the outhouse again.
Well, the spiders have been warning me more than they should. The spiders have been just all over the place lately. Every next turn there's been one. Spider here, spider there. Spider just about everywhere lately. Had them over here at the Kelphites. But they have different legs. But you know, like, it's that double. Wanna go down to the casino house right now? Let's see who wins and see who loses. They always win. I'm there for science. Science. When you're needed in a place and there's free money on the table, then you're there to collect like a member, you know? When you're needed in that science project, you go and get paid for it. Better sign up. But people are doing different things. I just told you about doggy whispers. Too odd. It's way too odd. It's way too odd. Woulda coulda tooted a lot of doodle dees. Kinda a lot of doing a lot of them. Woulda kinda dooted out a lot of doodle doos. But doodle doos. Noodle doos, doodle doos. Sloopy doo. You slurp a few, just a couple, once or twice. A whole bowl, you don't finish them. Ramen. I mean, what else would I say? How'd you find that little doggy pack? Roof. Don't find the truth that lies to me. Don't find the truth that lies to me. I had to say that twice. There was so many hidden meanings. Ay. Maybe I should go get the reclaim out. It's reclaim time now. Check on Grammy first. Poker chick. And wellness. That's a whole different thing. Only if life came easy. Now that's balance right there. That's a left-handed person that cares. Ooh, that was something. So I was thinking about, in my mind, ways to step off of the paddleboard. And I was like, there's two, like, safe options. Get off from the left or exit from the right. And I'm like thinking to myself, that's a right-handed choice. That wasn't a left-handed move, was it? That was a right-handed move. Because I flipped it for a second in my mind. I'm like, I could exit from the left and, go forward with the right. But that was like using my right, choosing to move forward with my left instead of exiting with the right. Right? At least when I thought about that, I was like, wait, what side of my brain am I using? And I felt that click. I'm like, that's, holy smokes. Maybe, who knows? Just maybe. Who knows? This broke while I was cleaning it, I think. But actually, I think it may have broken from the vibrations. I'm not 100% sure. While I was reclaiming it. I don't know. There's not much. Holy smokes. It had to have been a right-handed move. It had to have been. I don't see why not. I was even using the paddle with my right hand more than my left, I thought. But when I pick up a pencil, it's in that left hand for some reason. I don't know why. That's what, like, I asked my dad the question, like, yesterday. What came language? What came first? What came name, language? What came first, numbers or language? And he's like, numbers. It had to have been. Because you look and see something and you get that, that message, that sense that you know something's different, something's off. So it's a visual thing first, instead of speaking. And then that's like telepathy. That's everyone getting the same picture, the same word, the same thought. That's crazy. Like, yep, Dad, you are so right. You are so on about that. I mean, it makes sense, right? Because it would be a visual thing. You would feel it. You wouldn't need a word. You would know when something's more than another thing, even if you didn't have a number. A word, even if you didn't have a number, a count. Come on, use a prayer pot. Got 6 more of these guys to get. Not many, 5. I was like, dang. I was under the impression that maybe it was the word. It had to be the word. Why would it not be the word? We're speaking right now, and then the numbers came second. But it just makes a lot more sense, if you see something, then you see something. Then you're gonna say. Nope. I mean, there wasn't a big pun intended. Jeez. Let's take these death runes. There's just 3. I think that's all we're taking. I haven't been making much money in this layer journey. 84% though. We got what, 14%? Hey, better than nothing. Okay, I'm going the wrong way. Where's the port? Over here. Yeah. Crazy. That is so nasty. That's fucked up. That's gross. Whoever made this is a fucking jerk. You're a weird asshole for that. A fucking nasty asshole. Taking a bite out of that. Fucking weird. How fucking weird is that? Fucking weirdo. I can taste the underlining watermelon. Fucking gross. That is so fucking gross. Who would do that? Water juice. Rename these. God bless. Oh my god. That is like in Harry Potter freaking. That is gross. Oh my god. That is so bad. That is, I'm about to take another bite. Because it's sort of like, it's kind of melted. It's kind of, the watermelon lingers. Maybe it's the reclaim. I mean, should I talk about sometimes I smell different smells through the weed? I'm like thinking, well, dang, they do say Mary Jane. Why not come on, do a little glitch? Am I not supposed to? Oh my god, I'm bad. No. Oh my no. What in the watermelon is this? Oh no. Not a second, third bite. I can't. That's horrible. I'm sorry. That's watermelon juice for sure. What in the world is this? That's not the watermelon I'm used to, but that's horrible. I'm sorry. Ouch. Shit. Oh, no. My mom had this last night. She was asking me about the flavor, and I said I didn't get it. No. Don't say about that, just keep eating it. You tried the watermelon, Papa?
Not yet, no.
Oh, man.
The lime, the
Wow.
cherry limeade.
Papa, this tasted like butt juice.
Butt juice. Oh my god, I have a whole different take on butt juice, trust me.
Like, it,
Yeah.
it tasted like watermelon butt. Like,
Watermelon butt. Okay, that's good. Yeah.
Well,
Not quite ripe watermelon.
Papa, the aftertaste is watermelon. But I was gagging, but I was laughing to stay from puking.
I hear
Spitting
you,
it out.
man. You don't gotta blame shit, bro.
It was horrible.
I saw the look on your face when you
Yeah,
man.
not good.
That's when you and I both say it sucks. It's bad. Yeah, like this kid, why me?
Should I let it get a little bit melted just to save face, or eat it? That would be saving face, wouldn't it be? I don't want to find that much gene. Maybe I need reality to help. I don't know. What the heck? With my watermelon pop. You changed my watermelon for a while, that's for sure. Not tangerine, let's see. I didn't give it a smell test, but I sure did smell tangerine when just walking right in the kitchen. I hope all the flavor just disappeared. That would really be sheeny. Really, oh my god, I started speaking Chinese. Oh, look at me transform. No, it's good. Take a secondary bite. Hey, we were at the beach right next to a dog patty, and we put it on the to-do list. No, we didn't smell anything though. So I was thinking, it was funny. I was thinking maybe the people that came over to help, maybe they were catching it downwind. It has to go somewhere, right? No, I don't know. It was nothing though. Oh my god, I was vomiting because we ended up stepping in it. We moved where the canopy was. My phone fell in it. My phone fell in it. Don't ask me how How does it fall in? Don't ask me how it fell in. Apparently, it was in my mom's little my pouch safe. But the pouch was on the ground right next to the patty. The oh no, was the phone on the ground first as the patty's pad, or the pouch is the phone was the blanket to the patty, to the bag being the pouch, or the pouch being the landing on the phone. Golly, it was crazy. Of course, my mind's gonna forget something. Ay ay ay. There was only a little bit of superficial poo that got on. It was easy to wipe off.
How's the tangerine?
Not bad.
Not bad.
Pretty good, yep.
What'd you think about the
The
cherry?
cherry limeade, that's really good.
It wasn't as good as that damn.
What?
The cherry limeade.
Oh, sherbet. That's what my dad said, yep.
That is
Yep. He literally said those verbatim words. Dang. So we had the canopy in a certain spot where the dog poo wasn't near, I don't think. We moved it back. And then I noticed that right in the middle of the canopy area there was the pile. My mom noticed it first. She spotted it. She's like, I think that's crap. It sure was. This is melting so quick, sorry.
Yeah, they don't turn it on full blast. They turn it on a trickle.
It's a weird sort of, well, it's not weird, but it gets
You'll find
the
out
airiness.
when
You know, you get to see.
It'll back up into the
Uh-huh.
I mean, you want me to turn it on full blast?
Alrighty. That's got a nice tangerine-y sort of pop. Alright, back to BIQ. get the liggy swinging. So maybe potentially that was on the to-do list, and I'm gonna have to give that watermelon a second try. It'll be a maybe though. The other two work out fine. We'll see. Ay, ay, ay. Oh my god. Oh, I need to go to Trolls. Where am I going? Ay, ay, ay. Oh, little troll. Little troll, little troll. Where are the trolls at? They're at the mountain base, wherever that's at. Fishy, fishy, fishy. Alright. So, I told my mom we need to move it up. We moved it up, but we didn't move it up that much. Like, we were pretty far away from the beach. Yeah. We kind of didn't have like the table set up or anything. We cooked chorizo and cheese. That's been on the menu lately. It's easy. Oh yeah, I get the. Is that the horse corral? What is that? Layering the smells so well. Geez, they all start flowing in. I just lift my arms a little bit, like, oh, don't disturb my bubble, please. Let me get something on my tongue. I mean, I put on deodorant. Hot air balloon. That's not what I need. Trolls are over here, dude. Somewhere. No, where? Here. This way. That's where I was pulling. Good one. BLS. Sounds like a movement, doesn't it? As soon as I get to these trolls and lay this cannon down, I'm taking another reclam. Another reclam? Well, hold, let me wreak my holy rewards. Hold on, ma'am. I mean, should I go with just a bunch of white witches? And Selena in the shadows? I mean, that seems like the crossroads that I was at yesterday. Like the exact crossroads. I mean, I guess, well, geez, if you go with 3, then it's going to be hard to find the 4th scream. You would only want me 5th wheeling, right? That's a lot of. I'm at the drawing board right now. I mean, that was like back in Jupiter. We can go back. What you think, Hummingbird? He gets up and goes quick if he wants to. I saw him pick up like a 7th gear just then. I'm clicking these trolls. Hold on, let me not knock that down. 13%. I did charge it late. Is this not lagging? The phone's not overheating? The wind's coming by. And just wait. You just wait, dude. One more wind. Please, no, please. I feel it. Alright. Wasn't too bad. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Gonna see my friends shine or sheen. Which one is it gonna be? Already done a lot of testing. I'm watching out for that eel again. Maybe I shouldn't call it an eel. The fish farmer. Holy thing in the body. I mean, I could only imagine it poke its head out with someone friendly. Jeez. Give him that kind of energy going down. Holy reverse flow, huh? Are you gonna reverse flow me? Is that possible? It seems possible. Seems like first you gotta get stuck. First you gotta sloop too much. Maybe you gotta get into that, what kind of place is this again? Golly. I mean, talk about being too much. The information is like right in front of me. I'm eating it right off the table. Someone's got to have their helping. Why am I still hitting these guys with the staff? Ay, ay, ay. My left foot is just so asleep, and I'm just ignoring it. Super asleep. I mean, I let it go, but just ignore that thing. And then I'm a rocket back to sleep in the same spot. Even though I woke it up and moved it, I quickly rocket back to sleep. In a different, well, you know. That's the same spot, footy. Keep doing your job. Jeez. That just, well, you're swallowing it. Well, let me not talk. The body's doing the job. Holy body, holding my body up. I was wondering when I was on the paddleboard. My body. So weird. It felt good actually on my knees. Normally being on my knees sucks. Like what? On the paddleboard it felt like, you know, actually good exercise. Like I needed that. And I mean I was finding my balance. I mean I'm sure if it was maybe a little bit more inflated. The first foot felt good. Maybe like it always does for everyone. I needed to try more times. I could barely even jump a kid, fudge, or barely even jump a kid. I was gonna say jump a gate when I was a kid. Your docty doody da ba dollar harder did me while I was sleeping. Ah, doody dood, you fell asleep. Good thing now we're gonna speak to you and use your energy. You just be there, you know, we're in the cave. Hush, little monkey, you know nothing. Oh, little monkey likes to sleep. While all the animals are angry. Well, they're freaking out. Animals freak out, so what? That's like my dog. I learned. She leveled up quick. Like her leveling up that. Oh my lordy. Oh my lordy. What you gonna? And she doesn't even. At all. Well, she knows everything. She's too smart. I mean, she even let Aurora beat on her. But that's when Aurora, like, you know, goes too far. Because Aurora gets lost in her own emotions. Aurora got lost in her own sauce. Not to talk bad on her. But you know, when she thinks she's winning the game, it becomes like a battle to like truly dominate the dog. I didn't know how to break it from her. It seemed like the language we were speaking in the house was way too confusing for him when I was breaking things down. it seemed like the dogs like know all the directions, but like all the directions are all the directions, and if all the directions are all the directions to the dogs, they only know like a couple few key commands, like a few of them, and the rest is just, you know, you're talking to a dog. They're like, I guess you can call them discard piles. She's not a discard pile. That's like, you know, I guess having too much. Because if Aurora was just always juicing up high, you know, she's happy and high and doing her own doggy thing. She wasn't doing it aggressively. But like that's like learning from Cinnamon, where Cinnamon just wanted to sleep because she was an elderly dog and Aurora was a young pup. So Aurora was constantly antagonizing her to try and get her to play, finding all the ways. But it was normally just me when I would, you know, lose a couple layers of skin with her to really show her how to, because she was learning again a couple languages. And she clearly knew how to count. She was a greedy dog. I said like food aggression. But that's like, again, like the language. She must have been really confused on that language. I mean, I'm just learning now. Jeez. Duolingo. I mean, it's alright. I feel like I learned stuff, but then I was like learning, like, wait a second. I can only imagine what lines were pulled out. I don't know. Just saying. Hey, some stuff stuck. I liked how the languages were lining up. Learning this stuff about my dog is deep. I'm sure people talk about that stuff already. Started thinking about tattoos as well. Just thinking about them, that's all.
Haven't dreamed of Eddie. Dreamed of any. Ah, it's done, dead, toasted, out. We're on to this one now. Lazy, boredom. This theory, it grows. No, it's actual testing now that I'm like really discovering. Like, come on, put the laser in the bag now. I'm really I'm really looping these keys. I mean, those aren't junk finds. Those are real things. I mean, especially if I'm trying to climb up in my mind, and I'm cycling back to it's pointing like, oh, these are the exact things now. And then, well, obviously, the people are gonna like use the animals. Like, we're not the animals that did the animals like that. Are we gonna talk about safety protocols again? Yeah. I don't know. Sounds like a almost time to go. Almost 74. I mean, if I don't have the quest helper, then I'm gonna be lost. Let me see, what's this quest called? Blood Moon Rises, isn't it? What a waste of hard-earned knowledge. I mean, we could have done this back in 5th grade. Ay, ay, ay. I remember this one time, was it Valentine's Day? Passing the notes around in school. That was like 3rd grade, wasn't it, though? Was that like 3rd grade? I was eating my tomatoes, my cherry tomatoes. And I was looking right at a girl in class. I had the tomatoes right between the teeth. Like with a big smile, popped it. Oh, jeez. The cherry juice went flying. And she had like a nice, pretty white princess outfit on. Golly, I probably ruined her whole Valentine's Day. It was Valentine's Day, right? I think. It wasn't Halloween. Those were like, I think those were like Valentine's Day things. But I think she had, or maybe it was Halloween. Now that I'm thinking, did I have my costume on? Was that Halloween? Valentine's Day. Maybe it was Halloween. I don't know. That was like 3rd grade. And my mind's like disappeared, missing. Half here, half there. Whoopsie doozy.
I was probably a dozy. It was a doozy of an emotional spill. Oh, I got all sad. But it got bright as heck. Ay, ay, ay. Ah, that Hollywood actor. Those Hollywood skills. I mean, that's quite a place. Quite the street names. It's funny, you know, like an Easter egg for the people who go. Like the Underleague. Seeing Under the Sea. Really seeing the roots. I mean, gotta get your download somewhere, right? Somehow. From some space. I mean, I can only imagine the sort of technology you guys are just covering up just a bit. Let me use it, I want to have fun. I mean, I'm sure it's not all fun and games too, God bless. Quit sucking at it then. Get better. And start playing RuneScape or something. Go back to just one clicks at a time, instead of just forcing the mind to move. Golly. Going to autopilot in this place? Not so much. A time and a place for it. I started thinking about the dog stuff. Like, you know, with it'd be testing again, like, yeah. Well, like using dogs for AI and training them that way. I wonder, you know, again, it's like testing, you know, they're doing it on monkeys. But like, you know, the dog knows the owner. They're gonna want to track that down way better than a robot would. Or like training a monkey. I would think. The dogs are loyal. I mean, I'd be really using them right now. Instead of like having them as like a gate to troll. This is the witch's troll key, and I'm just gonna time it right with my doggy. No, no. But hey, you know, it's a line of defense. I'm not gonna, you know, like Shy. I don't need to be sprayed like a skunk all day by the random whatever. Shy's gonna pick that up. Shy's gonna sort it like a list. Like, nah, this guy's not ready for this. I don't need to be gagged. Go to the fish market. You gonna fishmonger me? Nope. Shy's a good pup. She's experienced. She's experienced her life. Kind of like me. But it would be the opposite. I mean, I'm taking this at an abstract sort of jab now. Because if that's possible, then, you know, what is she? She's a lot more than like a service or protection dog. Or a loyal companion. She's doing a lot of jobs. And like flicking the stuff over over to Las Vegas. I was like, dang, she's really architecting too. Now again, those are like Mandela effects for me, little flippy floops. But when it was on the TV, the news as well, and they were just showing a photo of whatever it was, it was a picture. It was a camera view of another hotel looking at another hotel that was already there, but it was supposed to be the empty space of where a hotel, or the grand opening. Fudge, I don't even remember. It didn't have a name or nothing. It was the weirdest play on TV, like I saw this one commercial. We doing Chris walking again? I mean, that would be like the VHS thing, but that was at the start, and then other people started. With the VHS tape advertisements changing. Now that again is me as a very young boy watching Rugrats. But I know they don't change, that's for sure. And it was a core memory for me as a kid. I knew what it was. It was the same thing, but the commercials, they were so interesting. The commercials, they were new every time. Of course I would recognize that. On the VHS tapes. The ones that you rewind. Kind of like you're trying to do to the mind. What went here? Dueling ring. The whole taste thing is interesting. You like taste with your nose, don't you?
Yeah.
You smell it? Okay. Or is that not true? Yeah, taste it, taste it. Or is that like how you activate it? I forget. Was that troll? Or is that blocking it? Blocking the receptors? I forget. I forget.
Yeah.
Probably not going to stay at Elves for the whole time. We could do something else. Get 74. 98%.
Yeah.
Level 87. And the hit points? Yeah. I can only imagine what goes on. And I'm like using my dog for vocal practice. Golly. Ain't that funny? Gosh. This is like the last tab before I log off. I'm like, fudge. No one wants to do anything, they just want to take over. And by taking over, you're going to be like, well, golly, should I say take over? For sure, you're learning how to do a lot of takeover maneuvers. Like me learning how to get from the boat to the paddleboard. You know what I mean? A little bit of naval stuff. a little outdoors training. A little boy camp stuff. Or boy camp, Boy Scouts. I didn't get to do none of that. What was that? Fudge. That was a mystery. I mean, I was smart enough to even volunteer at paintball. I was volunteer at paintball for, I don't know, quite a bit. But then it didn't really paintball experience, and I wasn't even really like volunteering, like volunteer. And I was volunteer, but I could have been put into the pedal to the metal. I was more like nonchalant. It was another place like, why am I here? I'm here. But you know, like, yeah. Getting pushed into life. There you go, guy. Something definitely happened though. That's for sure. Level 74. It's the contemplation log off now. Honestly, that's like the perfect timing. What? Definitely. That's like, if I don't log off now, then I'm like, it's like wasting time, right?